Hi everybody, Miss Chibi here, and I am going to walk you through what TPCast stands for. So TPCast is a really easy way to analyze poetry. And the great thing about TPCast is that it more or less works on any poem a teacher could give you. So this is something that you can use now, and you can most definitely use in high school, and I've even used this process in college. So it definitely stands the test of time. I even used this back when I was in middle school and in high school. So T P C A S T P is the acronym TPCast, and this stands for title. So before you even read the poem, you have to look at the title. So we have two poems, Passed Down and Genetics. So based on the words passed down and the word genetics, you have to think about what you think the poem is going to be about. Okay, so this might be a great moment for you if you're doing this lesson right now along with me to pause and go ahead and fill in on the TPCast form that you made a copy of what you think the poems stand for. P in TPCast stands for paraphrase. So when you paraphrase something, we want you to put the poet's words in your own words, not to interpret it, not to analyze it, just literally to rewrite it in a way that makes sense for you. So that might entail looking up words that you don't know the meaning of and putting in a synonym so that's something you understand. So paraphrase the poem by lines, by pairs of lines, by stanzas. It's completely up to you how you do it. I like to do it line by line, but you could do it by stanza. I would not suggest doing the entire poem at one time, just because that's going to get overwhelming and complicated. So right now you could pause your video and complete the paraphrase portion of the TPCast for both poems. The C in TPCast stands for connotation. So connotation means we're trying to figure out what feelings are being evoked in the poem. Is the poem overall a positive message or overall a negative message? You can look at this in terms of phrases, or you can look at this in terms of words. And this is a lesson that we did before when we did the Robert Frost poem, and we looked at words like yellow wood. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood. What does yellow mean to us? What do we get from the word yellow? Yellow reminds us of sunshine and something beautiful. So a yellow wood definitely sounds like a very beautiful, maybe peaceful place to be. Maybe it makes me think of fall, right? Well, it's yellow, maybe I think of sunshine. It overall has a very positive connotation. We also thought about in that particular poem the word sigh. A sigh can be sad, or a sigh can be satisfied. So it could either be positive or negative depending on how you read it. So you can look at individual words in your poems to figure out if those words are positive or negative. Connotation also includes the use of figurative language. So looking at similes, metaphors, personification, alliteration, onomatopoeia, hyperbole, idioms, goes on and on. If you are doing the poems right now, you can pause this video and go ahead and complete the connotation section. The A in TPCast stands for attitude, otherwise known to us as tone. So tone and attitude go hand in hand. The attitude someone takes when they're speaking or the tone they have in their voice are the same thing. So attitude's an easy way to think about it. What is the attitude in the poem? What is the speaker's attitude toward the subject, or what is the tone of the poem? And there might be more than one. And we're going to get to that in a second, because there might be some sort of shift in the poem. Maybe the speaker's attitude changes from one stanza to another, from the beginning to the end. So overall, what do you think the speaker's attitude or tone is toward the subject about which they are speaking? If you're doing your poems right now along with me, go ahead and pause and complete the A attitude section. The S in TPCast stands for shift. This is my favorite part of the TPCast because it's almost like a little game trying to figure out where a shift in the poem takes place. So there could be one shift, there could be multiple shifts, it depends. And then how that shift happens can be in various ways. Shift can be a shift in tone or attitude. So maybe at the beginning of the poem, the speaker is very positive about the subject they're writing about. And then their attitude changes toward the end and it's very negative. And that might be something you could see in the word choice that they're using or the images that they're creating. So look for shifts. Shifts can be visual as well. Sometimes poets will have perhaps everything, in maybe one big stanza at the top and then down separate at the bottom. There might be like a little 2 lines, a little couplet. And so that might suggest a shift visually for you. And usually when they separate something out like that, there's a reason for it to be alone on the page by itself. They want you to see the shift and hear the shift and feel the shift. So if you're doing shift, go ahead and do that in your poems right now. The T in TPCast stands for title once again. So before you read the poems, you looked at the title and tried to kind of guess what the poem would be about. And now that you've read the poem, you're going to revisit the title and you're going to take note of, any new insights you now have. Maybe you totally did not understand the title the first time around and you went a totally different direction than the poet went. So you can talk about how you now understand how the title relates to the main idea. A good example of this one might be in that Carl Sandburg poem we read called Grass. At first, you might have thought that Grass was going to be about a summer picnic, only to realize it's going to be about grave sites of World War II. That's a big difference in the interpretation of the title. And then the last T stands for something we're very familiar with. We just did a big project on, and that is theme. So at the very end, once you have completely analyzed the poem, you're going to think about what the theme of the poem is, what the author is trying to teach you or tell you. What lesson did you learn from this? So go ahead and do theme and title if you have not already done those two at this time. So I'm going to post a second video and you can go through the TPCast with me, kind of like a lesson walkthrough. And I will go into much more detail, actually pulling up the poems and looking at them. Or if you feel confident, you can take what you have here and you can go for it on your own. Bye, guys.